Los Angeles, Portland. All right. So I went on YouTube to check to see that the last video had uploaded, and I came across the trailer for Hoppers. I support this food. Obviously, I do. I'm an environmentalist. It's all about the animals having culture, the animals being intelligent, the animals having homes. That's something that we don't talk about. We don't talk about how when California burns down a forest, they burn down homes for animals. There's no telephone that's going to do much for that. Most of those animals were horribly burned, scarred, or died because California set fire to those forests. And there's no accountability. Someone should sue or press criminal charges against the state of California for setting those wildfires. It makes me upset, but I have to look at the bigger picture. The only way to stop these wildfires, the only way to defeat the attitude that humans have that they think they own whatever land they land on, is to just give them a brand new land and have them appreciate it. Their destructive behaviors would just vanish overnight if people had a new town. The reason why we have pollution is because we never leave. We're in a loop. Every day is a loop, and we never seem to leave. How was Tahiti? This movie is my brand new Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. I grew up on Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, and that changed my life. I was an environmentalist forever. Tim Curry, oh my god. His Song of Smog, loved it. I love Fern Gully. It's one of my favorite films because it has a point. You can chop down all the fucking trees, but what does that get you? Paper? What happened to all the rest of the paper that the world uses, which could be turned back into pulp and then recycled? Why do we still need to chop down trees? Why do we still need to burn entire forests in this country at all? So, thank you, Disney, for coming up with a new environmentalist film that I hope has a good, decent ending because it's not a me versus you thing when it comes to animals, birds. There's room for everything, and you want birds in your life. At least I do. I like the idea of having crows and ravens, magpies as friends of the forest. They're intelligent, they're playful. I mean, I have dogs, and my dogs are amazing. Ninja dogs. The idea that every animal has a place in your life and it contributes a little something. That's worth it. It's worth it to say, I will share the space. But in order for that to happen, you need new time. I guess a good saying is a New Zealand spoon is a knife. You want to nourish the body and minds of your people. Sometimes you just have to cut the umbilical cord that ties them to antiquated practices. I am moving along with my alternative traditional medicine residency, which obviously I have to design myself. It's a cooking focus. I have to learn how to cook in a traditional way. Hopefully, it goes well because if not, I just spent a lot of money on traditional cookware. That's all I have. I'm exhausted. I'm feeling slightly better than I did a podcast ago. Got some food and nutrition into me. Uh, I am going to rest. I hope to see you on the next podcast. I'm Ian Ileana. I'm a mutant. I'm a werewolf. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. And happy Groundhog's Day, even if it is probably a little bit later if you're not on the West Coast. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the like. I talk mostly about my PTSD, but I also spend time talking about environmentalism and socialism. The idea that we can exist in a capitalist world, but when we thrive, owe socialism for that. We owe sharing and enjoying experiences. Going to a group meal with your mates at a restaurant is socialism. Everyone pays a little. I mean, it's almost like a limited partnership, but you share in it. And guess what? The food tastes better when you're surrounded by good, decent people. That's health. Your doctor will never tell you that. The doctor will never pull you aside and say, yeah, you're eating healthy, but if you ate a healthy meal with someone you like and they like you actually increase the health potency of what you eat. I wanted to be a doctor officer for the military so badly, so badly. I put myself through so much torture. And now I'm a medicine man. And I will do my best to hope that Americans see the light of having an indigenous person as your surgeon general. Because with all of the doctors and experts, American health is terrible for all their learning. And we are fat, we are stressed, we are depressed. And that's mostly because we don't have indigenous people in positions of medicine and healing. It's who we are. It's how my family was raised. I was raised in the tradition of traditional indigenous cooking, which is why I look like Elijah Wood right now, but with a beard. Can you make a life blog next stream? Hopefully, if I don't have a massive PTSD trigger that I have to spend an hour doing a rant on, I will do a stream on that. That makes sense because I hate living in my life with so much hate, so much anger at people who are very, very dodgy, but probably are just going about their lives. At least that's what I hope in my heart of hearts. If you have the time to consider where you want your life and health to go, why not think about incorporating Indigenous people into public health positions? They know the land, they know the people, and yeah, they know the spirits. That certain X factor that makes life worth living. My name is Ian Leona. I hope to see you on the next podcast.